I'm just sitting here with my doggie. She's over there. Yeah, she heard her name. She's a little deaf, but anyway, she's almost 18, so that's crazy, right? She'll be 18 in May, God willing, and it's December 20th, 2019 right now. We cut down that Christmas tree when my son was home from medical school. My other son, who lives in the city, was home day after Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden, Christmas is upon us. But I wanted to do a really quick video, handheld, because I am obsessed with this little keyboard that I got from AudioWorks in Connecticut. Shout out to them. They have an eBay store, and I bought it with some, actually, my birthday was in the end of November, so I used some of that, a gift card for my son and some eBay bucks, and I was able to get this little keyboard, which is only $99 as it is, so it's really well worth it. It's also a MIDI controller, but you can do a lot of things that you can't do with just a MIDI controller because it has sounds. And it's got a phrase recorder and an arpeggiator, so I can go on, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing today really quickly. I recorded something in the phrase recorder, which saves it even after the battery is, even after you close off the power. However, then you can't use it again because it only saves one phrase. So I have this phrase in there. I want to save it as MIDI data so that I can reuse it. So I have this hooked. I'm going to show you. There's no plug. You see there's the plug. But I do have it to a USB hub, which you need for it to run. Otherwise, it says it requires too much power. But it doesn't have to be plugged in, so that's the cool part, as long as it's just MIDI. If I plug in my jam to it, then I do have to plug it in. And the jam is how I would get audio into the iPad. But right now, I'm concerned about the MIDI. So here we go. I have the drum kit from Cubasis called up, a simple rock kit. And I'm going to hit record on here. It's going to record after, like, a measure or two, count in. It's slow, 57 beats per minute, but that's what I want. And I want to be able to use this, say, recording at a later date for another song. So I'm going to hit play. It'll only record the drum data, not the pad. That's on a different MIDI channel. So you're hearing here my little thing that I created with the drums and the pad. But here, if you go here, you can actually hear just the MIDI data. And then I'll play it back and you'll just hear the MIDI data. When it's not very long, but I can loop it once I want to use it again. I'll just make sure it loops correctly and evenly. And then I'll have a nice little drum loop to use for whatever I want. So that's it. See, I could loop this here so it keeps playing, but I didn't, because I just wanted to record that. So here we go, here like that. And there is the new MIDI data right there. Okay, now when I play it, you'll hear just the iPad. It's not going to play here. See? Actually, I'm wrong. I see the pad way on the bottom. But since it's a drum kit, it's not even picking it up, which is fine. That's what I wanted. And now I can always do a pad over it. I think there's a way, but I haven't really quite figured it out yet, because I still have local control on here, but there is a way to choose the channel. See, MIDI output channel? So I'm assuming if I chose 10, which is usually what the drums are, right now it's shift MIDI channel. It was on 1. See, I'd have to put it to 10. I don't know, should we try it, see if that works? And then I think you have to do local control off, but then I won't hear it. But I want to say program change on and control change on. Let me see what happens if I do it again, but just, will it record that bottom line? See that long line? That's the pad. I'd rather it not be there. So let me see if I hit record, and now if I hit play, I don't think it matters if local control is on or not. It has to do with sounding. Okay, I'm gonna just record it for a second just to see if that pad recorded that line, which is the MIDI data. And if I chose local control off, wow. So now it's not playing it, but you're still hearing it because the data is still being transmitted. This is just a little experiment, a little quick experiment. Okay, I'm going to shut this. It shuts it from here. Nope, you see, it's still recorded the data for that long line, which is the pad. And I don't know a way around that because I recorded it together here. So when you do it together, it's all in one Midi, I guess, program. So if anybody knows a way around that, let me know. I don't think it'll matter because it doesn't seem to be sounding. So I'll see what happens when I turn it into a wave, if that's going to have any funny effect on it. Because I could freeze it right now. No, I don't want to freeze the track right now. We'll do it another time. So let me know if that can be done. And this is just real cool. Let me put local control back on so you can just see. Oh, I still have it attached to the iPad. You hear that because, let me shut this, mute this. You won't hear that. The piano is really nice. Touch sensitive. If you want to check out another video I did, I paired it with my iPad Pro and an app called Caspar, and Spider Rice Midas, I think that's his name. He is a really wonderful musician and gives away all these presets for free. And I used his string theory preset, and it really sounded nice when I played the piano, and I did a little improv. And my fireplace is in there too, I think. Maybe not. Maybe just the tree and the dog, maybe that time. But anyway, I really love it. So I don't like a few things about this, which is sometimes some of the sounds are way louder than the others. Like that organ is so loud. And when I play see the phrase, I have the phrase volume as high as it can go, but I can't really riff over it with the organ because it's just so loud. I have to lower everything. But it's not going to change that background. So that's a little bit of some of the sounds are just really, and then the bass, some of them are so low you can't even hear it. Oh, that's not bass. I guess you'd have to really press hard to, and the speakers, it's fine. I mean, for what I need it for, I think it's great. It's clear. I have it at max volume and it doesn't distort. So there's a lot of cool features that I really like. The arpeggiator's really funky and cool, and you have some motion effects. You have filter, pitch, and modulation. You can't use them all at the same time, but one at a time. And each of the different sounds has an arpeggiator sound. A motion effect paired with it. But you can change that with this. Is all the effects you can change. And there's all the arpeggiations too. So if I do an arpeggiator on, and it's slow because I have the tempo slow, but you can hold it. That's with the filter. And then it has an arp hold. And then you can riff over that. So the cool thing that you can do is, let me shut that, is you can, I'm going to lose the phrase that I just did, but I don't need it anymore because now I recorded it on my iPad. So I'm going to use the phrase recorder to do some drums. I'm going to loop the drums. Let's do like that kind of percussion and have it on hold. And now I'm going to choose a sound, a pad, say. And then I'm going to record that. And now it's looped and I can shut the arpeggiator off and the whole thing will be recorded. That's how I did the other thing I showed you in the beginning of the video. So now you can riff over that using a different sound. And you could still use the arpeggiator too now because you've already recorded it. So now I'll put the arp on. And oh, in order for it to keep looping, you have to hit shift and the play. Now the loud organ works because we have so much going on. Anyway, one-handed demonstration, and just a little of the features, and it does have great integration with the iPad. So my doggy's ready to rest now. Have a nice day, everybody. Thanks for watching.